Hi, it's Julie here at Great Golf Solutions. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the stance and the setup. One of the things I hear most often from the students that I teach is constantly, well, how do I know how far to stand from the ball? What do my arms do? All this stuff. So I wanted to briefly go into detail of how I like to get people, my students, into a correct setup, and then also talk a little bit about the stance. First of all, in this setup, what you want to remember is everything should be, you don't want to be rigid on anything. You're going to have a good bend in your knees, a good flex, a good bounce, and your angles are really important. This is what I like to focus with on my students. So I'll kind of give you a good understanding, a brief understanding, and kind of show you some of the drills that I do for my students to help them to learn it so that they could use it out on the driving range and subsequently take it out onto the golf course, but they can also practice at home. First, people will say, how wide does my stance need to be? I like to have people think about their stance being about shoulder width apart. When I say shoulder width too, I'm also referring to the width of the stance should be the inside of your heels, not the outside of your feet. So if I say shoulder width apart, I'm thinking of the inside of my heels mimicking the width of my shoulders. From there, what I like to have students do is go ahead and grip the club, hold the club right out in front of them, parallel to the ground, and then what I like to just show them how to do, or talk them through it, is that they're going to bend at the hips. They're not going to bend at the waist and cup their back. They're going to bend at the hips and subsequently rotate their hips back behind them. If your club's out here in front of you, you rotate here, and as you lower the club to the ground and flex your knees, you'll get in the correct position. So how can you do that at home to practice? I'll give you one quick drill, or one quick tip on how to do it. If you stand in front of a full-length mirror, you're going to take the club, rest it back here on the spine, on your spine, and get your head aligned, because that's one thing you want to make sure your head's always aligned with your spine. Get your head aligned. Go ahead and move here so you can see better. And the butt end of the club here should be resting right on your tailbone. If you flex your knees a little bit, rotate your hips back. See how the angle of my back spine stays straight? Then if you drop your arms directly from your shoulders and grip your club, you'll be in the correct position. So that's one tip that you can take home, that you can work on at home and then take it out to the driving range. In terms of body weight, weight should be pretty even front to toe. So more in this area of your foot. I say just back of the ball of your foot. So a good stance, a good setup, it's going to help you be a better golfer. If you want to learn more about these things in detail, go ahead and click on the link to your right. Get started today and become a part of our family at Great Golf Solutions.